Good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia. A beautiful day. Cloudy, a little rainy, but no snow. Kind of a mild January. We'll see. Anyway, the title of this talk is All Wars Are Religious Wars. I'm sure we've heard this before, but let's look at it again. It started off this morning by a comment on Berlin, Babylon. It's a Netflix show that is about Germany after World War I and its total fragmentation and disintegration, which gave rise to Hitler. And so I began meditating on this, and I began to see, this is not new, other people have, but I began to see how World War II was a religious war between Hitler's fascism and Stalin's communism. These two are secular religions. So let's take a look, because we need to really understand, I think, it helps me get a wider angle on what we're going through today, and perhaps always go through, is this contradiction between the two ones. Now, if you want to generally define God, it's the one who has no second, the one. If there's a second, there's going to be a war. There can only be one. There can only be one world, one reality, one you. If there's two, there's going to be total confusion. Now watch Tom Cruise's movie Oblivion. Anyway, so what are these two religions? Hitler had to get rid of communism. He rose to power fighting communism and the elimination of communism. He had to invade Russia. He had to bring about Armageddon. He had to bring about this final war between these two ones. Now, what are the two ones? Well, Hitler was the rise of a pagan mythology. That Europe was pagan before the Catholic Church came in and superimposed the church, the one, over the individuals. You see, paganism was a culture of heroic individuals, unique individuals. Catholicism was a religion of the one and the submission of the individual to the one, the submission of the individual to the church. Now, you had no, if you doubted or questioned the church, right? So Hitlerism was a rise of the unique one, the Aryan one, the heroic man. All of the pictures are of the heroic German, the heroic soldier, the warrior, the pagan warrior, the unique individual, which Hitler gave the embodiment, the mythological embodiment of. So Hitler became the mythic one who has thus come, you see. And communism was a religion where the people were the one. There are no unique individuals in communism. That was the mythology of it. It's kind of an Asian religion. Asian religions repress individual uniqueness. Everybody looks the same. Everybody's like ants. The whole colony just moves together. Whoop, whoop. While the American mythology is the unique one. Everybody's unique. Everybody's different. In the Asian mythology, everybody's the same. All the monks, like a monastery is an Asian mythology in that there's no unique monks. You don't get a monk with a flashy hat or a special tattoo. You see, they're all blending in together. So we kind of think communism was kind of like that. Everybody blends in and becomes the people, you see. Of course, it doesn't work that way, but that's the mythology of it. So the two mythologies, religions, you see, are as a unique individual and the people. The whole is the one, or the axis. So take a look at a wheel. Now, the wheel includes all the spokes. They all look the same. If one gets off, the wheel wobbles. You got to go get an alignment. You get an alignment with the whole. But from the other point of view, the one is the axis. There's only one axis. So there's one whole wheel and you got one axis. The wheel won't work without the axis or without all the spokes working together. But if you try to separate them, you're going to have a religious war. One religion is for the whole wheel and the other religion is for the axis. You can call Hitler the Axis powers. So you see here, there's two mythological frameworks here are the contradiction between these two imperatives that must be obeyed. Each one of us is this contradiction. Each one of us must be unique. I must be in control. I must be unique. I must be at the center. That's all of our arguments in marriages or relationships are always about who's the center, who gets to control, who gets to choose. You see, who is the one who chooses? If you got two people choosing opposite of each other in a relationship, you get a fight. And then you maintain well, you choose today and I'll choose tomorrow. So we oscillate, we share power. But when the two powers conflict, you have an argument. And it will go to either violence, shooting somebody, the newspaper's full of that, or this sex reconciliation through sex, or a new idea, or a new compromise, or let's make love instead of war. All of that, you see. So there's the violence, and then there's the coming together. Oh, that's the reconciliation is so good, it's so good. But anyway, that's the game we play. But this works out on a social, larger scale too. So so we're looking at the, Hitlerism and communism were two religions. And we get confused because we think, religion is only biblical religions. Christianity is the only religion. But then you have Abrahamic religions, which includes Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, all coming out of the same Bible. So those are the Abrahamic religions, and they're at war with each other. But that's just a very narrow look at religion, you see. So when we look at religion as the ultimate concern for the one that has no second, everything is religion in that sense. If whatever you hold with ultimate concern, that's your religion. So anyway, we're looking today, just to conclude this, is that today is kind of like a reenactment of World War II. So we have Trumpism as a heroic secular religion. Look at the posters. I found some posters, memes, my comments on this subject. You have Trump portrayed with one hand as a heroic individual, a superhero, with the flag and the eagle coming in fire to save America. And on the other hand, you have a Trump and Jesus together. So these are two heroic, unique individuals, you see. And then on the left, you have liberalism, Big Brother, the collective who's going to remove free enterprise, take away your freedoms, is going to make everybody the same, and it's going to take away your uniqueness, you see. So that's like Hitler fearing communism. It's like the fear of the collective. We got to be unique. I want to be the axis of the wheel. No, you got to be the spoke, you see. You got to identify with the greater whole. You got to serve the greater whole. No, I want to be unique. I want to be me, you see. And these two are imperatives. You need both the axis and the whole wheel in order to move the cart. But as long as we try to separate them, we're going to have a religious war of the two ones, the whole or the one, you see. So we have to put them together. See? Thanks for dropping in.